me totally tell. I have this shirt from Target. I wore it in my senior pictures. And my posture is being horrible right now because I'm on my bed. I'm 1 minute in and I've already had to cut this video. Twice. Anyways, neighborhood gossip. My neighborhood, they think that we live like, I don't know, like on West Egg or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's a hair. They more recently tried to ban Christmas lights and decorations, because because of light pollution. So they're saying that you shouldn't have your Christmas lights up, I guess, past a certain date or before a certain date, and you can't have them on past like 11 p.m. They tried to like pass an agreement between everyone, and everyone's like, no, we're not doing that. So that was just insane. I don't know many of my neighbors. Mostly it's just like old people, and there's a lot of kids that go to private school. So like, it's just, there's no kids my age, I don't think, except for like one guy, and his name is Ben, and he's a cross-country runner, and he runs around our neighborhood. That's another thing that people have posted on Facebook, is that they've almost like ran him over, and he like runs out in front of cars, because I can see him like being that oblivious, but like, oh my god. And he like apparently wears dark clothes. So yeah, he is definitely a character. He's just like one of those kids who, like, I don't know, like everyone knows, not everyone knows him, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's not like popular, just like, he's just like friendly with everyone, and he has like a big personality. Like, everyone knows Ben. I don't think everyone knows him. I went to elementary school with him, obviously, so you know a little bit more. What else has been happening in my neighborhood? One time, we have a creek that runs behind some of the houses. It's like a tiny, like a brook. Maybe is a creek or brook bigger? I don't know. Whichever one is smaller, that's what we have. A stream. That seems too big, but it is so small, and it's not on any of the property, like anybody's property. It's not like, yeah, I don't know whose property it is, but not anybody who lives in this neighborhood. So one time this like tree fell in the creek, and this lady was like, who is gonna be sent to fix this tree, like to take it out of the creek? I don't know. That's just like so funny, because old people are so entitled a lot of the times. Obviously not all old people, but like, nobody has servants anymore. Like, you don't have somebody to like do your bidding all the time, and you're not obligated to that. So it's just funny to watch like old people get mad. I don't know, retired people, like, for being retired, they're pretty uptight. Like, what are you doing all day? Like, understandable if somebody's playing loud music and you're trying to sleep and you have to get up at like 6 a.m. like the rest of the working class the next day, and you have to, but like, it's another thing if like you don't have anywhere to be. each other because the hill is like steep. Like to walk up it's breathtaking. Like you have an asthma attack every time because it's so tall, and there's not like any houses on the hill part of the hill. You know what I mean? Like they're just at the top. This video is gonna have so many interruptions. But yeah, we have, let me think. One of the biggest controversies in our neighborhood is this guy used to work at Creepy World, and so every Halloween, but also all year, he puts up scary Halloween decorations and gets a haunted house like in his garage with real actors and what is that called? SFX? No. Yeah, makeup, special effects makeup. I will say it's a little much. It's a lot. Like he keeps, I think for the past like 3 years, he's kept a giant, probably 10, maybe 15 foot across spider. Like fake. Obviously, we don't have Aragog living in our neighborhood, but like taped or mounted to his deck. Like what? There's just, and he keeps like probably 8 foot tall, like dinosaur statue-esque type, like in his backyard. And I do agree that maybe it's a little much when to do all year, but I don't really gaff. If you don't want to look at somebody else's stuff, then don't move in next to somebody. Like, if you want to look at a beautiful nature scene, move out of the suburb, because that's not where you're gonna get. You're gonna get fences and torn up yards. People are anal about their yards. Like, they will be doing the most, and like, it's okay if you're retired, I guess, but it's very dead and bald. Like, we have a dog. She pees everywhere in the yard. But like, yeah, everyone else's yard looks way better than ours. I think that's just like a recurring theme with like people who have nothing else to do with their lives. What? Like, if I was gonna take care of a plant, it would not be grass. It would not be grass. It would be like a cool one. I don't know, like strawberries or flowers. I get the flower things because it looks nice. I guess grass looks nice too, but yeah. My next door neighbors are also like a cause for distress because they put up like a AM tower. I don't know, like it's a radio tower. For what reason? Nobody knows. Like it's tall, probably like 20 feet, maybe more, 30 feet tall. Like it's like taller than the house, and they have a 2-story house, or then they just have 1 story. I don't know. It's hard to tell because since we live on a hill, like our neighborhood is very hilly. Like we have a walkout basement because of that reason, and so did they. But then, like, does their house really have 2 stories? Because in the back it has 2 stories, but in the front it only has 1. I don't know. But is really, really nice to look at. And when I look out the window, I see it. And I look at everyone's nice yards behind me, like in the neighborhood behind us. I see those. Speaking of, like, their kid is friends with my brother, and they're like a little biker gang. Not even biker gangs, probably better. A regular gang. They like ding dong ditch people. My brother actually got the police called to our house. He's not really that bad of a kid, but they were like leaving notes in people's mailboxes, like joking about killing them. So I just can't even, like, the stupidity, it's beyond me. But if you put a bunch of 12-year-old boys together and make them bored, it's not justifiable, but you could see where it goes wrong. But yeah, and they like, ding dong ditching is like the biggest thing in this little gang. Like, they love doing it. Why? I don't understand why ding dong ditching is a thing. Like, to your friends it would be funny, I guess, because you know them and you're like, oh, they look stupid. But I guess, like, real people they get like mad. So like, you're just gonna be like, if I get caught, I'm getting in so much trouble. I guess that's like crime in general, like self-serving crime, just to be a shit, like graffitiing. Like, shoot, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I don't know. But yeah, they love ding dong ditching. And they ding dong ditch somebody whose like husband just had a lung replacement, so probably like woke him up or something. Like, yeah, let's just. And also, like, the guy who died at my work lives, I guess, like, his family lives, or he lives right behind us, right behind me, and so they probably ding dong ditched him. Except for, I think the guy with the lung transplant was in my neighborhood, like, but once again, I don't know, like, I just literally can't. Living in my neighborhood has made me just, like, not want to live in a suburb, because the HOA is, like, fucked up. It, obviously, like, I feel like that's how every HOA is, like, all old people who don't have anything else to do besides, like, hate on young people. Although there is across the street, this will probably be the last, like, story, but my mom hates on them all the time, and I'm just like, if you dislike them that much, like, there's no, like, reason to talk about it, right? Like, if you don't like them, like, just, like, silently don't like them, right? Because who benefits from you talking about them badly? Nobody. And they're never gonna, like, hear it and be like, oh, we need to change. Like, they're just gonna get mad. But these people are very strange. And I don't know. The only thing that they did is that's justifiable is they put a pool in the back of their house, like a above ground pool. Which, those are banned because people forget to have fun. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, draw with a stick in the dirt? Because all you ancient mofos on the HOA, like, kids are different nowadays. We have to learn how to use a computer. Bet you don't know what those are. But, like, what are kids supposed to do? In the summer, you want to buy them a pool. Like, kids love water, so why not get them a pool? And tell me how that's drug users, and it's probably not the best to smoke with your kids in the vicinity. But they're just like, one time their kid or kids or whatever, kid and his friends. So my dad has a truck and my boyfriend has a truck. We were on vacation. My boyfriend was house sitting and my dad's truck was there. So 2 trucks. And they were like playing in the truck beds of my house, the trucks at my house. And we don't even like know them. Like, I've never talked to. So, and Eddie was like, I don't even remember what like happened, but what? And they were like running around in the street. I don't like. It was super weird. Like, we weren't there, but yeah, odd. Also, let me think. They have dogs, but they just like put their dogs outside all the time, like in the front of their house, like on their driveway. They just like put it on a chain. So that's a problem because people walk their dogs like on the road or on the sidewalk, and we only have one sidewalk, like side. So the sidewalk is only on the side that their house is on. Like, I don't have a sidewalk in front of my house. And like, do you not see why that's an issue? Also, put them in the backyard. Like, if they're gonna bark at dogs that are passing, why would you want that? The people that are walking their dogs don't want that. The people around you don't want that. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, basically just like, they've kind of made a reputation for themselves, but they breed their dogs and like sell them. And it's happened like probably once or twice, but still, what? And the whole time they're like, everyone that comes over, they're like, oh, do you want a puppy? Do you want a puppy? Kind of gross, because like, obviously breeding dogs, bad. If you don't know what you're doing, which they probably don't, but doing it for profit, like, bro, use the money that you, in our neighborhood, their house isn't like small, so like, assuming they're financially literate, which I don't know, they have enough money to get their dogs paid or neutered, fixed. So, and yeah, basically just like lazy. They're just lazy, and I hate lazy people. But I just let natural consequences. That's why I don't want to live like right next to somebody, because I don't want to be thinking about other people's business, and I don't want people thinking about my business. Not that it's gonna be too controversial in the future, but I don't want my business to be thought of. But the real thing is, I don't want to deal with other people's like stuff. Like, I know that there's some weirdos out there. I'm not trying to live next to them. If I live like down the street from them, whatever, as long as they don't like shoot me or anything, I don't know. But they're just like they were like, oh yeah, does somebody like have a snow shovel? Like, we live, if you don't know about Missouri, it snows and ices here pretty badly in the winter. Like, that, like, you probably can't get out of your house without a shovel or like a chisel or something. And she goes, does somebody want to shovel our driveway? I don't have a shovel. She didn't have a shovel. Like, they didn't have a shovel. A snow shovel in Missouri, girl, in the winter time. And they've been lying there for like multiple years, so it's not like, well, we just moved in and we don't have this, because we didn't have it at our old house. So, yeah, I don't even know what that's about. And she was like complaining, like, I don't know really what she was doing, but maybe this was related to the shoveling thing, but she was like, yeah, outside in the snow, like, and go to the bathroom. Like, or like put booties on them or something. And this one guy was like, the Halloween decorations guy was like, oh, if you like put a tarp down and it'll like leave a grassy patch for them and then they can go on that. That's what I do. And she's like, I don't have a tarp. What do you have? Because it kind of seems like nothing. But yeah, they're like the most like drama-inducing people in our neighborhood. And she also forced. We have a crochet like thing in our neighborhood. Like a lot of people crochet. And she like, the girl low-key forced this other girl that can crochet from the rest of my neighborhood to like make her a blanket. She's like, make me this blanket, please. Like, I don't know. She like sent it to her, whatever. Anyways, might be back with a part 2, not soon. Gotta wait for the drama to accumulate because I don't live in a neighborhood where people really care. Like, this is over my whole 16 years of living here. But they're always a nice genre to watch. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you made it to the end, I hope you have a great whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in the next video. If you decide to come